Hello, good morning, everyone. Lovely to see all of you, even those of you who are represented by a black square. It's also nice to see you. It's a very nice black square. It's nice. Actually, I don't know if you knew, but the number one most famous abstract work of art is a black square. I mean, it has different shades of black in it, but there you go. Okay, so if you want to share black squares with us and claim that it's abstract works of art, I'm willing to believe you, no problem. I believe in you. All right, let's get ahead with tonight's Purimisius. And so let's see here. So the last time we found the pirate losing the daughter of the emperor, they came to a place where this pirate knew that people won't come, so they'd have to keep an eye on her. And he knew that this was a place that, if a desert that ships never came to, therefore he realized he had no one to fear. And he let her roam around. So he walked this way and she went that way and searched for food. Ancient distances himself greatly from the brigand, and he went in his own direction. And when he realized that she was not in his vicinity, he began to call out to her. But she decided not to reply at all. She thought to herself, my fate is that he will sell me, so why should I answer him? If he finds me again, I will reply that I did not hear him, especially as he does not want to kill me, for he wants to sell me. So she did not answer him and went further away. We spoke about this a little bit last time. We will talk about this again in Yitzhak. And the brigand, the pirate, the murderer looked all over for her, and he could not find her. And he walked on and still could not find any trace of her. And probably he was devoured by wild animals. This is another Nakuda that Yitzhak will talk a bit about. And so she wandered further and further, and she was able to find food, and walked until she found the place where the young man was living. This is their Burgher's son. Since her hair had grown and she was dressed like a man in a sailor's outfit, they did not recognize one another. And as soon as she arrived, he became very happy that another person had come here. He says, how did you get here? He asked. He says, I was, with a burger on the sea, she replied. How did you get here? She's also through a burger, and they remained together. And after the emperor's daughter was taken from the emperor, the empress lamented bitterly for the loss of her daughter, hitting her hand against the wall, and she berated the emperor, telling him, because of your pride, you lost a young man, and now our daughter has been lost. And she would tell him, she was all our fortune and success. Now we have lost her. What do I left now? And she continued berating him very harshly. And the emperor himself also grieved very much for the loss of his daughter. In addition, the empress berated him and troubled him greatly. And thus there were severe arguments and strife between them. And she said many awful things to him and angered him so much he decided to banish her. He appointed judges to try her, and they sentenced her to be banished. And she was though banished. Soon thereafter, The emperor went to war and he was not victorious. So he blamed this on this general. Because you acted so, you lost the war. Then he banished the general. And after that, again, he went to war, and again, he was not victorious. And again, he exiled the general, and a number of generals were thus exiled. And the citizens realized that he was behaving in a bizarre fashion. First, he had exiled the empress. Now, the generals. They decided to reverse the situation, recalling the empress and exiling him. And the empress could rule the land, and so they did. And the emperor was exiled, the empress was reinstated, so she ruled the land, and the empress immediately sent out an order to have the Burgher and his wife restored, whom the emperor has brought low and turned into paupers. And she brought him into her palace. And when the emperor was being taken away, he said those who were taking him to release him. I was an emperor, I simply did good things for you. Now have pity on me and let me go. I'll definitely not return to this land anymore. You have nothing to fear. Let me go and I will leave. Let me at least be free for the few years that I have still to live. This is what the mice is until now. I just realized I didn't actually share it with you. And somebody said, Supremacious Madura Chagigit. Okay. So we actually, let me just share the screen with you. So we can go over these three things that we went over. The first thing is that the murderer and the daughter of the emperor was separated, and he called out for her and she didn't answer. She says, what do I have to answer him? All he wants to do is sell me. And he walked on and still couldn't find a trace of her. And probably he was devoured by wild animals. This is point number one. Point number two is the fact that she has arrived to the place where her bridegroom was. And now a long time passed. And the hair was grown. She looked like a man. They didn't recognize one another, but they were happy to be together. And the third thing is the strife between the emperor and his wife. So first thing, let's talk about the going on between the murderer and the daughter of the emperor. One of the things that is the biggest pitfall, and Rabbeinu says it in quite a few occasions, is, the Yetzer Hara is akin to a fly. One of the things about a fly is it's not in vain that they are called pests. They come and a fly lands on your nose. I said the reason why fly were invented is to poke and let out the gas of people's pride. How dignified can you be when there is a fly landing on your nose? You look around and there's a fly in your nose. So what are you going to do? You're going to start going like this Where's your pride? Where's your stature? Where's your grandeur? Looking for flies on your nose. And the thing is, a fly is, you just go once and you expect, okay, I showed you that I don't want you by me, and just goes zip and comes back again. He's not gonna let go. It's only when you made a total fool of yourself, and you can ask my old children because they know it for a fact. And when you just start chasing the fly, no, you're not gonna get back on my nose. The fly says, okay, I don't want to deal with him. By that time, you lost all your dignity. The Yetzer Hara is exactly like a fly. One of the amazing things about the traits of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, I don't remember what the third one was, but one of them I remember from the person that knew Rabbeinu, that when Rabbeinu looked at someone, even from behind, a person would feel it. A person would feel it, and then he would turn around and you would see Rabbeinu looking at it. Rabbeinu's look had a metzias on it. You can see it also in Sefer Amilis, that the tikkun for a woman that has menstrual problems, that she should drink wine, that the real tzaddik looked at it. The look of a tzaddik has an extreme power. But the second trait of Rabbeinu was that if a fly or a mosquito or something landed on him, Rabbeinu never shooed it away. No, nothing like that. Besides the fact that Rabbeinu's total oneness with reality was such that, as we will speak in Yetzer Hashem on Wednesday in Suda, by David Axelrod in Yetzer Hashem, is that Rabbeinu never said anything in this world. He never breathed the air of this world. He never heard the noise of this world. He never left a word in this world that was not totally tied up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, completely. Every single breath that Rabbeinu breathed, there was a schachus in Avodas Hashem. As Rabbeinu says that the thing that gives koyach to chachmei hateva, as we were mentioning before, is the fact that they get old without adding more kedusha. Time is a commodity that was given in order to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Words were given, the ability to speak was given in order to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in order to get other people closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rabbeinu was totally in tune with the world, where the world is, that everything is kula elokos, that if a fly landed on, why do we push a fly away? What do we care? It's not like it's a stinging insect or just a fly. What do we care? The point is that we have our own seeming view on who we are and where we are in the world. We are one existence, the world is another one, and we are sort of like relating with the world. A fly is one of the things that exist in the world that if it lands on me, it's something that I don't want and that I don't like. It doesn't fit my plan. It doesn't, this is not the way, this is not the cushy position that I want to find myself in this world. For Rabbeinu, there was no such thing. Everything about him was hashgacha. If a fly landed on him, that's where the fly was supposed to be. And Hashem knows what kind of kavanas and understanding Rabbeinu understood for the fact that a fly landed on him. We know that the bottom of the feet of Rabbeinu's feet, of his shoes, were clean. We know that from the story of his daughter, Ras Odel, that she went in the fall. Anybody has been to Ukraine around fall time knows how muddy it can be. I mean, now there's some roads that used to be muddy. I mean, you can imagine. So she went with another woman. They went through a field, and they got home. The other woman was covered with mud from head to toe, and Rabbeinu's daughter was clean. So she asked her how. I understand we both went together. We crossed the field, and I looked like a chocolate covered, babushka, and you're totally clean. So she said, my father, Rabbeinu, taught us how to walk through dirt without becoming dirty. And she mentioned that even the bottom of Rabbeinu's shoes were clean. But the tzaddikim, they said that the Satmar Rebbe, when he was in Auschwitz, he was able to keep his beard on. They checked his beard, for fleas, and they declared him rein, clean. He was clean. Tzaddikim are clean, not only spiritually but physically. They're clean. The Yetzer Hara is like a fly. And the reason why he's effective many times is because he keeps on at you. You realize you don't want to listen to what he has to say. Maybe yes, just a little bit, about it. Maybe yes. Come on. Maybe just a little bit. So nice. We're going to have so much fun. Just a little bit. Come back. Maybe. Rabbeinu says that the way to deal with the Yetzer Hara is just to go on and not to get into dialogues with it. No, I don't want to. No, yes, you do want to. I don't want to. Yes, you do want to. Just go away. Go away. But what happened if you'll find me? If he'll find you, he'll find you. He doesn't want to kill you. He wants to bury you. He wants to sell you. He wants to take your chayas. Just go away. Yeah, but what'll happen if It doesn't matter what'll happen if. Just leave him alone. Just go on your business. And when you go on in your own business, you have to basically arrive to a certain gemiras hadas, a certain resoluteness. I am going ahead. I'm going ahead. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of the stupidity. I'm letting go of the fly. I'm letting go of the murder. I'm letting go. Oh, come on. Come on. You don't want to go. You. I know you. You don't want to go. You want to stay with me. You need to have Gmir Sadas. After a person is after a person already realizes that he has a leva even, that he is living in a dimion, and there is a true reality of seichel amiti, comes the quagmire of but maybe I will see Aaron Judge hitting home run number 62 or 63 or something, Come on, man, you really want to do it. You want to do it. You want to do it. So the second thing is to daven for Gmiras Hadas. To daven of Gmiras Hadas, we're already entering the 3-day period of before and after Rabbeinu's Yotzeit. Rabbeinu's koyach, from the very beginning, was Gmiras Das. That's it. That's it. That's it. I remember when I looked in Chayaran, in Chayaran, it says that when Rabbeinu was a kid, he had many ups and downs, and then at a certain point in time, he decided that that's it. He is going to go into Avodas Hashem, and he's not going to anything, detract him. And it says in Chaim Moran, and even after that, he had a lot of ups and downs. So in the beginning, I didn't understand. So what's the difference? He had ups and downs before, and he had ups and downs after. So what's the difference? The difference is that the ups and downs that you have before is the thing that plays with your own determination. You're obliging yourself, you're not obliging yourself. You're obliging yourself, you're not obliging yourself. Once Rabbeinu made a decision, and this is what we need to ask now, because Rabbeinu is to make a decision that I am going to be an Oved Hashem and ask the Kodesh Baruch Hu for koyach, for a determination to let go of the fly, let go of the fly. The fly's business is to land on my nose. The SR business is to tell me, oh man, you don't know what you're missing. It's going to be so exciting. It's going to be so boring if you don't pay attention to me. It doesn't just to ask for determination, just to put our foot down. There'll be a lot of ups and downs. Days when we feel like davening, days we don't feel like davening, day that we feel like this and day we don't feel like that. There'll be plenty, fine. But just to ask to remove the stupidity and to put our foot down, to achieve that point of saying, I'm putting my foot down. La aleinu v'la aleichem. You know, people have problems getting on diets and this and that. La lane of Allah, people get a heart attack, no problem getting on a diet, none whatsoever. Bada bing, bada boom, diet, anything, vitamins, exercise, whatever you want. Where were you until now? I thought I had an option. Ribono Shalom, B'koach Rabbeinu, make me understand that I have no options. There are no options. Why serve? Why be active? Why not be on a diet when you're healthy? Why go through a heart attack in order to receive the resolve? The second point, and when you do this, you get to the point where you are very, very close to your goal as the daughter of the emperor and her true bridegroom were. And in their eyes, they were totally lost. She didn't recognize him. He didn't recognize her. And they both kept to their own counsel. How did you come here? Through a burger. How did you come here? Through a burger. Rabbeinu says at the end of this Maaseh, the burger is Avraham. This is how Lot was saved. Har is Avraham. Avraham called it Har. Behar Hashem Yirah, in the mountain Hashem Yirah. I got here through the tzaddik. How did you get here? Through the tzaddik. A person can find himself, that's it, I'm lost. I'm gone. You know, for her, she lost a groom forever. She must have been a few feet from him. But as far as she was concerned, she was the other side of the world from him. As far as you're concerned, there's nothing in the world for him anyhow. They kept to their counsel. They didn't start selling saying I'm this and I'm that and whatever it is, and just because everything would have been done if Chas v'Chalila they would have done it, and they wouldn't have gotten married. It shouldn't be kashrus, as we say later on. Everything has its own point in time, and we will learn they had to wait for the emperor himself to come there. The main reason why people are far from their Yeshua is because they give up on it. Many times when they're yay close to it. Don't give up. How will it happen? This way it'll happen. That way it'll happen. It doesn't matter. Do not give up. And hold on to your console. Hold on to whatever kedusha you're holding on. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Because in its right time and place, bam, everything will become clear. The third inyan is the strife between the emperor and the empress. One of the things that we have to understand about living with our wives is that they are tzadikot. They are. Pshutei kemashmah. They are tzadikot, and the interaction between a person and his wife is not always fun, but it's good. It's always good. Without that interaction, the entire tikkun would not have come. And when a person is fighting for his ego, is fighting for whatever it is that you want to, name you, that you want to put on what is the thing that I'm not gonna let her speak to me this way. I will not take this diminishing me and make me feel like 10 cents. I'm not to go through this. Is that the person will only go down and down and down. The only way to succeed when one wife digs onto you or into you is to give her the privilege. She has earned it. Your wife has earned the privilege to dig into you. All you need to do is agree. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to be whatever it is. You just have to sit there and feel like 2 cents. As big as the fly that landed on your nose while she's going through whatever she's going through, and accept it. Anybody that starts a war with his wife because how dare she make me feel like I'm a nobody and worthless and whatever, will end up like the emperor is going to end up. He's going to this and he's going to fail. He's going to send this and he's going to fail. He's going to send this, he's going to fail. The biggest present that you can give your wife is agree for her to tell you the things that you really, really, really don't want her to tell you. This is the ultimate giving. And once you do that, you will see that she turns around completely and you'll end up being matzliach 100%. Yeah, but what about all those times that I did answer? Many of Rabbeinu's stories are comprised of meetings and going away, and meetings and going away, and meetings and separations, and meeting and separations. It is explained in the Ksovim of the Talmidim of the Arizal that before the creation of the Chol HaPanah, there was something that's called Olam HaMalbush, the realm of the cloak, in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the Chol HaPanah. And he put in a light, and then he took the light back. And that created an imprint. And then a different kind of light with a different kind of tzimtzum went in and went back out. And that reshaped the imprint. And endless times, until what will happen? A vacant space was created. This is what is happening to us on a daily basis. Some days are terrific. Some days, a little terrific, a little half terrific. Some days, traffic. Some days, terrific, terrified. It's just like every single day, the way that goes is those, Rabbi Nosson says in Hilchos Tfilas Mincha, Allah Chazayin. That's the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu this particular day to create the kind of Chol HaPanah that you need in order to succeed with your life. So whatever it is that happened between you and your wife, it was years ago, it was this, it was that, it was yesterday. It's beseder gamur. The things that went well, the things that didn't go well, everything is according to plan. It's only by us that we think, I wish, or whatever. It's beseder gamur. It's beseder gamur. Bezrat Hashem, this coming Wednesday, we are going to have a Suda for the Hilula of Rabbeinu HaKadosh in the house of Reb David Axelrod. And I know, Rabbi Weiss, you're going to be going to America. Moshe Ellis, I don't know if you're going to be around, you maybe you're going to go to the shul or whatever it is. I will let Avi Statman also know if he wants to come, but Avi asked Statman, is Mr. Shul? He'll probably go there. And Avrami, if you want to come with your children, you're much more than welcome. We can arrange for a ride for you if you need. I want to wish each and every one of you a good moed. This is a magical sukkah, a magical sukkah, magical sukkah. There's a lot to talk about it, but that will require a whole entire year. We're not going to do that. So Bezrat Hashem, there will be, the Suda is going to be on Zoom also, besides the fact it's going to be a Suda, but who wants to miss the food of a David Axelrod? I mean, who in his right mind would want to miss the food of a David Axelrod? I don't know, some people probably would, but I don't understand them. I totally don't understand them. But the David Axelrod is unbelievable. So in Mitzvah Shem, we're going to meet in the Sukkah this Wednesday, and it will be in Mitzvah Shem on Zoom. And Bezrat Hashem, I hope to see you and a lot of other people. Bezrat Hashem. So let me just allow everybody here to dismute themselves. We'll just start the recording right here.